Alright, what is up guys, this is Corb, and welcome to another account takeover session. In this one we are looking at Mr. Forger's account, and he is looking for some help into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, while right now he's sitting at the bottom of his clan's damage, with the single key dealing about 17 million damage into Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. We want to see if we can get a team built to take this up to something maybe like a 2 key for the full Transcendent chest by building him an unkillable Clan Boss team. I think he's got the roster to do it. I've never tried to build one of these teams before. He's given me permission to go a little bit mental on the account and try some things. Let's see what we can come up with. And alright man, this is the champion roster that we are working with. We've got some ninja action, we've got some supreme kill action. Gonna need a bit of a rebuild over here to be fair. But yeah, we've also got the man... Dude, we've got the man-eater sitting here as well at level 60. We've got some good ingredients to start putting together a solid damage-dealing, unkillable clan boss team here. We're also looking at the Ugo, which, would you know it, you can get completely for free simply by signing up to Raid using my beginner promo link, which is down below at the top of the video description box. And by signing up using my beginner link, you will also get a priority pass to get involved in this account takeover series. So make sure you go ahead and sign up to Raid using that beginner link if you ever look to create a second alt account to get a fresh start in Raid Shadow Legends and get that all important priority pass, man, for this happy little account takeover series. While you're down there is also a link to my Discord server down below in the description box as well, so make sure to go ahead and join that. And there you will find the account takeover submissions channel in that Discord, where you can make a post and have at least, I don't know, a 4 in 10 chance or something of getting picked to be a part of the series. Okay, so let's do this, man. Building an unkillable team for the first time ever, dude, on this account. Trying to surpass the 17 million damaging clan boss. The two key components for this unkillable team that we could not be making this without are going to be the Man-Eater and the Painkeeper. Painkeeper, of course, right now. Nice, man. They're both fully booked out as well. Okay. No nonsense with having to fully book these guys out, which is great. The Painkeeper is here to decrease the cooldown of all ally skills by 1 turn. She also brings a little bit of healing as well. And on the Man-Eater, we have the most important skill, 5 turn cooldown, place an unkillable buff and block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. So we're trying to set up this team such that we keep that unkillable buff active at all times, and the rest of the team can be kind of just built around these two champions. You can also make teams with double Man-Eater as well. I'd highly recommend checking out DeadwoodJedi.com for unkillable clan boss teams and many other types of clan boss teams. And I'm actually referring to a guide right now from DeadwoodJedi, which I'm going to link down below in the video description box in case anybody wants to check it out. But TLDR, man, we're building the Man-Eater with exactly, these are minimums, 256 speed, the Painkeeper with 222 speed. Then we have 2 DPS slots where we can build champions with slightly variable speed, one of them being at 187 speed. I was actually going to go ahead and build out the Ninja as one of the DPS slots, but Ninja's a little bit annoying to make work. You can make him work, but you've got to take into account his A1, which fills his 10 meter by 15% and can throw off your timing if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm gonna leave the Ninja alone. I don't want to go there, man. I ain't advanced enough to be doing all that. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Supreme Kill, who is also another fantastic clan boss damage dealer, brings all kinds of poisons, and we guess we're gonna be building him out at 187 speed, and then we need another DPS champ. I guess we'll be going for the Rathalos at 179 to 185 speed. So those are going to be our 2 sort of key core damage dealers. However, there is a 5th role in this team that is extremely important. It can be basically any champion filling this role. It works best with Void champions, and so while I was considering using the Kale for this job, I noticed that we have a copy of Slixus just sitting right here on the team, and I actually went ahead and pre-geared him up already as well, with all of the gear requirements that he needs, because this is a very, very unique role on the team. The 5th role on the team is the stun tank against the clan boss, and you have to build these champions so specifically, right? First of all, they have to be extremely slow, okay? The Slixus in this build needs to be built at 129 speed, very, very slow indeed, and the idea is that the Slixus, because he's moving so slow, is going to have a lot of uptime on that unkillable buff that he's getting from the Man-Eater. So when the clan boss throws in its stun attack, it's going to hit the Slixus and he's going to get to survive because his unkillable buff is going to stick around for a lot longer. You also have to build out your stun tank with very, very low defense, below 1000 if you can, or just as low as possible. And then you've got to build them out with something like 45,000 health to 50,000 health. Try not to go over 50,000. And so, yeah, I've already built the Slixus out. He's at nearly 47k health right now. Very, very low defense and exactly 129 speed, which is what we are looking for. And jumping on ahead just a little bit, these are all of the other champion builds. Now, a couple of things to consider, again, is that the Painkeeper has to have the second highest HP on the team. So I built her out with like 43,000, 44,000-ish health. So she's just below the Slixus in this team. And as you can see, her speeds are all perfect as well. 122 speed on the Painkeeper. I spent like basically all of the silver rebuilding these champs just now, and it took forever. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip through the building of the champions phase. I do apologize for that, but it took a hell of a lot of testing and tweaking to get these guys just right, spending like 1-cost glyphs and stuff like that on the Maneater to get his speed absolutely perfect. And similarly, the Maneater is also going to be built out at around 40,000 health, okay? Most of your champs on the team, in fact, all of the champs on the team, apart from the stun tank, including the damage dealer, have to be built with at least 2,000 defense, ideally a little bit more, and at least like 40,000 health, right? They need to be at least somewhat close to where the Maneater's HP is. But again, it's very, very important that the Painkeeper has the second highest amount of health because they're A2 skills based on this champion's max HP, right? It's also going to affect the way in which Tiger priority goes down with the clan boss and stuff as well. But I think that this team has just been thrown together. I think we've been able to do it. It's kind of hilarious, man, but building out the Slixus, look at this build, bro. We actually found a lot of uses, and I was trying to avoid defense percentage wherever I could, but this headgear worked just fine to get a speed just to where it needed to be. We've thrown some glyphs into HP percentage as well, but dude, it's so funny. Look at the shield, man. We found a use for all of these life artifacts for just pumping his health up as quick as possible and as much as possible without investing much. And a trick when you're building this team as well. Yes, you're trying to build, in this case, your stun tank, the Slixus. Any Void champion, again, can sort of do this role. But you're trying to build them with very, very little defense, but you're still trying to hit that high health threshold. And so you actually don't want to upgrade your shields very much. So I just left the shield at +8. We rolled into some of the stats that we needed, and we just left it there. We don't want any more defense on this shield. In fact, I'm going to recommend to... of course, the account owner, Mr. Purge, that he basically doesn't tweak any of this gear on the Slixus ever again. Because if he like rolls up this helmet and we get a speed roll, GG, dude. The helmet is now bombed and it's useless to this build now for the Slixus, you know. So his stats have to stay exactly like this. Now, let's go ahead and run it into Nightmare Clan Boss and Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss and see what we can do. Demon Lord, we can scroll all the way on down. Okay, and this is a problem. Okay, this is a problem, and this is a limitation of the build that we've got right now. So we've got Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss right now sitting in Spirit Affinity. That's a big, big problem. And I'm gonna have to come back to this like tomorrow and record the end of this video as a result of this. Okay, but Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss Spirit, it has an AoE attack that will place a decreased speed debuff on some of your champs, and it's going to throw off all of the timings. It's a big, big problem. We're also running Rathalos as one of our damage dealers, and Spirit is positive affinity into Rathalos, and so I'm pretty sure it's going to just take aggro from the Rathalos as well. But what we can do is go ahead into Nightmare and set this thing up. Okay, by gum, I think we've gone ahead and done it. Let's key this in, but let's just check things over real quick. As you're going to see, all of the speed stats check out. They look great. Slix is very, very low defense. There's his HP. He's looking grand. Supreme Kill, we've actually gone in and disabled his A3 just because filled this champion's turn meter by 10% for each decreased resistance buff placed by the skill. Yeah, we just don't want any turn meter manipulations at all coming out of the Supreme Kill if we can avoid it. And that's another consideration to make as well. Be very, very careful with any masteries in this game that are going to affect 10 meter, and I'll cover those in just a sec after this as well. But yeah, we've got the Rathalos ready to go, the Painkeeper again, second highest health. Everything's looking grand. Everything's looking lovely, man. I don't know why this is set as default to the opener. I guess I fat-fingered that one. Because one of the key... Oh yeah, this is another thing as well, man. The Rathalos, we disabled his overhead slash because he buffs himself with increased speed, which again is not great. Again, there's ways that we could speed tune the Rathalos, that we could leave this skill active and it would be fine. But for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to leave it disabled so that we're not having to mess around with his speed stats anymore. And yeah. Let's just give this a run, shall we? Mr. Forge, I'm so sorry about your silver, dude. We've absolutely slaughtered your treasury, man. We robbed the bank of Forge, man. Oh, God. Okay, well, hopefully this works. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we've got Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare. Let's get on into Nightmare, same as before. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and follow the opening skill setup. So we have to manual the first, like, 3 or 4 turns with Man-Eater and the Painkeeper. So we've got to open up with the, I guess, A2 from the Man-Eater. Very good. Painkeeper then has to use 2 A1s in a row. So we can just auto now for just a second. Get all of these turns out of the way. It's gonna go Grit. Slixus goes next. Then Man-Eater should just come in with his A3. We can manual this or auto it. I believe he should just use his A3 right there. Anyway, A1 again from the Painkeeper. It's all going great. I really, really hope this works, dude. I really hope that this works against Ultra Nightmare. I'm just a bit sad that I can't test it right now. But yeah, now it's time to use the A3 with the Painkeeper. And then we should just be able to hands off the keyboard. Now, you will notice right now that the Clan Boss's next attack, its third attack, is going to be its Crushing Force single target stun. And because the Slixus is so slow, he's still got 2 turns of Unkillable left, which is exactly what we're looking for, right? So when the Clan Boss stun comes in, everybody else is going fast enough that they're going to lose their buffs, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The speed timings are just perfectly correct. That anytime the Clan Boss gets its stun, it's always going to hit the Slixus because he has such low defense and not enough health, but not too much health. It's always going to hit the Slixus, and he should always have the Unkillable still up because he's so slow, because he's perfectly slow. Man, DeadwoodJedi is a giga Chad, can I just say. The guy's unbelievable. Smarter people than me figuring all this stuff out. You can guarantee that. I'm just here doing my homework, you know, learning from the greats, right? But it looks like it's actually just working out grand. So let's just watch along for a little while and make sure things don't fall apart in any absolutely horrific way. So very good. Another big AoE hit is going to come out. So once again, the stun's about to come up. The stun is about to come up. And only the Slixus has the Unkillable left. And the Clan Boss is hitting the Slixus over and over and over. Great. Awesome. And because Slixus is Void Affinity, he's never going to be like strong affinity into the Clan Boss, if that makes sense. Like if we used Kill, and then we were up against like Spirit Affinity, the Clan Boss would really not want to hit Kill with the stun, and we'd have to build him with like negative 5,000 defense or something in order to tempt the Clan Boss into hitting the Kill in that case. But the fact that it's a Void champion in Slixus, we should just leave the Slixus, by the way. Forge, if you're watching this video, which I hope you are, man, never touch this Slixus ever again. Don't level him up, don't rank him up, leave him alone, man. You got another... I saw you had 2 Slixuses on this account, man. You can level up the other Slixus. Just leave this one like this forever, and it will always be your stun tank forever into all of these Clan Boss teams. Now, Spirit Affinity. It's not just a problem because it places decreased speed. That's just the beginning of the problem. Spirit Affinity is... In fact, Rathalos is the only champion on this team that's not Void. He's Force Affinity, right? Spirit is strong into Force. You best believe if we run this team into Spirit Affinity Clan Boss, it's going to start focusing the Rathalos with the stuns, which is a huge problem, and it's going to break everything. Oh my god, dude. It's really working, man. It's really working, dude. Look at how far we've come on this channel. Complete noob. Just learning about, oh, what rares are good in this game. You know, like 10 months ago. Now look at us, man. We're doing great. Oh, God. I'm so proud of myself, dude. And I'm so happy for you as well, Forge. This is a good backbone of a team right here. But, yeah, what I'm getting at is it might be a consideration. If you want to try and make this work into Spirit Affinity, there might be a way to get it done. It's beyond my skill, to be honest, to make such a thing work. But frankly, it might be a good idea to start thinking about looking to collect other champions, kind of like, not like Rathalos, but like Dark Kill, or Supreme Kill, excuse me. Supreme Kill that are just fantastic into Clan Boss. Ideally, they're Void Affinity, if you can. Or even a champion like Geomancer to replace the Rathalos, right? We can replace the Rathalos with another specialist champ. And again, as long as you build them with like 40,000 health or about 40,000 health, you know, like 2,300 defense or just like over 2,000 defense, the clan boss is going to ignore them. The clan boss is always going to ignore them and always throw its stuns into the Slickses. And as long as you build the champ with 187 speed, same as though we have the Rathalos, again, its speeds are always going to be perfect, you know, so the Rathalos doesn't have to do this job forever. Rathalos is frankly not the best Demon Lord clan boss damage dealer. If you were to have like a poison activator alongside the kill, or even, like I said, like the Geomancer is just an S tier premium clan boss damage dealer. Very, very good indeed. You could throw the Geomancer in there instead. He's also Force Affinity as well, so he'd fit into the team just nicely. And, yeah, that's the great thing about this team, man. Like, you can just not touch the Painkeeper, the Maneater, and the Slickses ever again. And as long as your DPS still meet those all-important stat checks that we talked about and that are shown in the guide that's linked in the description box, you're always going to be good. You're always going to be good. It's just about maximizing your damage now as much as you possibly can. And that's really it. And it looks like the run is it's just doing great, man. It's just doing great, you know? Okay. Oh my god, it's really working, dude. And the Unkillable buff comes up again just before the clan boss's big attack comes sweeping into. I just really, really want to test this out now in Ultra Nightmare. So, let me skip to the end of this fight and just make sure that it is, yeah, a damage upgrade on what we were doing before. Oh my god, and there it is. I know this is only Nightmare Clan boss, but we've just surpassed how much damage we did in one key to Ultra Nightmare. So, that's good. Of course, we're only going to make it up to boss 10, count 50, after which point Demon Lord Clan boss will just be able to kill you through unkillable buffs and block damage buffs and stuff like that. So you can only push these comps so far, but in that 50-10 limit, we have the capacity to just push as much damage as we possibly can and eventually get to a place where we can 2-key Ultra Nightmare using the strategy. So pretty damn good. Let's see where we finish up. Oh god, there it is. Okay. 1050 rolls around, we finish up on 25.5 million damage. Not bad. Not bad, man. It's a start. This puts us in a position where... Oh, I should have probably kept that result, right? Oh, I did keep that result. What am I talking about? This isn't Hydra. I've been at this for too long, man, but... Okay. Sweet. Very, very nice. Yeah, this puts us in a position where we can quite comfortably 2-key Nightmare now, and probably, if it works against Ultra Nightmare, we can probably 3-key Ultra Nightmare. Eventually 2-key once we get better damage dealers. And alright, I've gone way over schedule during this account takeover, but another thing that Forge did want me to touch on a little bit was going up against Scarab King in the Doom Tower and what kind of champions he could be building out to help him out with that. Scarab King, to be honest, it just kind of relies on your entire team having 100% shield uptime. The easiest way to get that done is via the rare champion Metal Shaper. It's one of the Lizardmen rare champions that is very, very easy to book out because, of course, it's a rare champion and it has a 210 cooldown, 210 duration shield. So as long as you make Metal Shaper the fastest champion on your team, you get 100% uptime shield. We don't seem to have a Metal Shaper on this account. An option that we have that costs a lot of epic skill bucks to fully book out but can do the same job is Lodric Falconheart, who also places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns. Also bookable down to a 210 cooldown, but it takes a lot of bucks, and a lot of those bucks might end up going into the year 1 as well. So, long story short, if you've got a crazy amount of epic tomes lying around, now or in future, Mr. Forge, you could fully book out the Lodric Falconheart and just make him the fastest champion on your Scarab King team, and that's 100% shield uptime. For me, I'd say just wait until you eventually pull a Metal Shaper from an Ancient or a Mystery Shard and do the same thing, and you're basically good to go. It's going to be way, way less resource expensive to build out a Metal Shaper than a Lodric. And then once you're done with that, I'd go ahead and max up the Vizix, the Unbowed. Vizix is honestly an amazing champion in its own right anyway. Big AoE provoke on an attack all, big attack all, mass decrease speed debuff. Fantastic wave controller, brings ally protect as well, but most importantly, into the Scarab King, what you're going to do is set the AI of the Vizix up so that she opens with the decreased speed on the A2, so that you get that debuff up and running, and then you want her to do nothing for the rest of the fight, but spam the A1, which is a double hitter that reduces enemy 10 meter, right? Very, very, very powerful stuff. Yeah, and you just want to bring a crap load of 10 meter control to the fight. Another champ you have also built out is Estrid. Estrid is fantastic into the Scarab King fight as well, because not only does she bring, she also brings decreased speed as well. How the hell did I forget that? But she also brings a bit of 10 meter decrease on her A2 and increased speed and 10 meter fill on her A3. So to keep your team moving as fast as humanly possible against the Scarab and keep those 10 meter decreases coming in against the boss. Estrid is honestly... Dude, I think I prioritize skill books into Estrid straight up on this account. This is honestly the best, apart from Wixwell, the best fusion champ I've ever fused in my raid life. She's so good. She's so dude, she's incredible like everywhere in the game. It's ridiculous how good Estrid is. And then besides that, yeah, you just want to build out other 10 meter controllers, man. We do also have an Armager build up at level 50, so that's great. You do need to build them with 100% crit rate and a lot of accuracy, 200 plus accuracy to get you started in normal Doom Tower against Scarab King. And of course, your Armager's only job is going to be to survive through the waves, hopefully protected by physics, and then just spam his A1 against the boss and just control the boss's 10 meter. And then once all of that is said and done, you know, you've got your Metal Shaper giving shields, you've got your 10 meter controllers up and running. You just need one champion on the team, maybe even the Armager himself, wearing a Destroy set. Right, a Destroy Artifact Gear set to destroy the boss's max health and destroy its max health buffer, which is going to... well, eventually get the boss dead. That's all there is to it, really, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you definitely have the champs to go ahead and take care of Scarab King. It's just about getting the Destroy set on one of these champions and building out one of those permanent shield buffer style champs. Alright, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. One last time for the people at the back, if you want to get involved in this account takeover series, the best way to ensure that you do is by creating a new account using my beginner promo link and then going ahead and joining the Discord, man. Make sure you create an account with my link down below in the top of the description box while you are signed out of Plarium Play so that you guarantee you get your hands on all of these saucy rewards and get your priority pass to get involved in this takeover series. Thanks for watching, guys. Do please enjoy the rest of your night, and I'm going to catch all of you all just a tad bit later, man.